USA by 40 points to 0. Richard Horton back on Dubai turf for the fourth time he played here for England on 3 occasions. And of course he can look back on 3 magnificent wins of the famous Hong Kong tournament in 2002, 3 and 4 as a player. So Bob Skinstad joins me for this one. Both teams really looking for a confidence booster as they look ahead to Cape Town next week.
Absolutely, we see Canada spreading it wide here. They've managed to hang on to the ball. John Moonlight needs a good performance. He's been less than his usual very good, and here Canada holding possession.
So Nate Hirayama with the breakthrough, but the pass was forward. Richard Horton, the referee, right on the spot.
Yeah, just drifted in. Richard Horton, I'm glad you mentioned him, when I've been very impressed. He's been nice and calm about his new role. It's always difficult changing. No, that's not a forward pass. It's happened. I think he was obstructed a little bit there by the closest player to him. I think German Davidov was in between them, but that ball hasn't really drifted forward. However, Russia will get a chance for a put-in.
Yeah, right smile there on the face of the very experienced Nathan Hirayama. He knew that the pass wasn't forward, but he didn't challenge the decision. The referee is the final judge of fact. So Russia, they finished above Portugal last season to retain core status, and they look to improve on that position this year. And Canada, well, it was a very poor season for them. They failed to qualify for the Olympic Games, but they're in the mood to run it here through Pat Kay. He'll go all the way to the try line, straight from the line out, from the set piece. Canada open their account.
Yeah, that's a lovely run from Kay. He's gone on that outside arc. Just wasn't shepherded enough, had to move the ball to his right hand, and not too much hard work for him. In fact, he's taken it easy from about 15 or 20 meters out. A little bit of a chase from the Russians, but Pat Kay, lovely play from him. And that's it, man, Nate Hirayama, who's just drifted it to the left of the uprights, but is usually their points machine.
Well, that I think sums up the weekend, doesn't it, for Canada? Nate Hirayama missing what would be for him normally a simple conversion.
Absolutely. So that with Moonlight getting a hard time for what seemed to be foul play, I can say that his record is exemplary. He's not that kind of player, and he's had a tough time as well. So maybe you're right, maybe just not their weekend here in Dubai.
Yeah, and again it exemplifies the frustrations really of the Canadian 7 squad. But Damien McGrath will have them finally tuned for their home tournament in Vancouver in March, and that promises to be a sellout great tournament, the first ever tournament earlier on this year. Nathan Hirayama, little hitch kick, and stands up the Russian defense. Out it goes. There is an extra man. The pass is there, not the best of passes, and the momentum is lost.
Yeah, that for me, the first pass here, Hirayama should have actually played the first man outside him. Sometimes that skip pass, when, and I know in the old days we used to say only the best players with a long pass were allowed to do the skip. Now everybody passes the ball so well and so fast that you do the skip. Sometimes you don't need to, and it takes away your advantage.
But the look there on Caleb Jordan's face suggested that he and the player who did pass the ball to him had met on a speed dating event.
Fine. Set.
Okay, Russia on their own try line. Adventurous play here from the Russian Bears. And they give away a penalty. That's been a problem for them the whole weekend. Quickly taken, and the score is equally sudden for Justin Douglas, the man from Abbotsford. And he just keeps on scoring. The second try this weekend, and that takes his total in his career just 46.
Yeah, that's great, quick, smart play from Canada. They've got over very quickly. Hirayama lines this one up, but they'll be pleased with that because, you know, they attacked that ruck, got the ball back very quickly,
That's much better from Nate Hirayama from wide out on the right. A conversion of Justin Douglas's try, and Canada lead Russia by 12-0. With 2 minutes left of the opening 7 minutes. So as is customary in sevens, it's the try-scoring team that gets to restart. Jordan climbs high, palms it down, straight in the hands of a Russian player. That's Romain Roshin. Can't get the ball back inside. Whatever they try, didn't quite come off.
Yeah, nice contested kick from Canada. A little win from Russia up the short side, and just that little inside offload not going to hand. Canada will try and score again before the half-time is up here and just put the game to bed. As I said, they're just streaking away up the short side. Hirayama puts it in, goes wide.
And the challenge coming from Douglas. Now then, let's see what Caleb Jordan has got. He's got pace, looking to get the outside of Alexei Kapalin. Man on debut here, 23-year-old. Canada wanting to stretch the Russian defense, and a suggestion of a forward pass there.
Yeah, just playing the ball on the ground. Russia will counter-attack here. They'll try and get as far up the field as they can.
But it's tired legs, they're trying to keep up with play. Kaplan twists and turns, sets it up just outside the 22.
There you go, they can use the width now.
Zhivatov.
Tackle. No, you're
not confident enough to give the pass out to the right, so there was a player waiting in anticipation. Hirayama got the width of the field here. Part K leaves it for the captain, John Moonlight. Don't expect any silky skills from him, but he's opened the door again to Nate Hirayama. Neat step from the experienced Canada number 9, and it's a third try for them right on the whistle. That's quite an achievement. 75 tries now.
Yeah, lovely offload from Moonlight, and Hirayama was going straight towards the middle of the try line, towards those uprights, and he lovely little step to the right just to evade the final tackler, and he's over.
He seems to miss the easy ones, doesn't he, today, Nate Hirayama? But Canada have this game well in control at half-time. They lead Russia by 17-0.
Well, anyone watching the game here, it's the 13th place semi-final of the World Series here in Dubai, HSBC World Rugby 7 Series. It's the first one. Fantastic opportunity to take in. Sevens has just absolutely exploded around the world with the Olympics and Fijian gold. I think it's inspired everybody. I know from youngsters at rugby clubs around the country, old Rigations who've got their 7s and 10s tournaments, and players taking it up and really enjoying it, all the way through to the Blitzboks in South Africa. Everybody really wants to be a part of this revolution.
And it's been strange, hasn't it, this weekend, the first tournament of a new season, and already people are looking towards Tokyo in 2020 and the Rugby World Cup Sevens in San Francisco in 2 years' time.
Absolutely. And then you can't forget the Commonwealth Games as well, when it's a real opportunity for Commonwealth countries to now really challenge for gold. We've seen Uganda here, the African teams. I think we should have an African Sevens as well to qualify another team into that space, because haven't they inspired the crowds?
Most definitely. And their star player, Wakarach, and he deserves to be playing in a better team, although I'm sure Uganda will improve immensely following their experience on the World Series circuit here and in Cape Town next weekend, and they would dearly love to be extended a further invitation. Of course, they'll be at the Hong Kong qualifiers next early April, so that will give them an opportunity perhaps to become core members on the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series circuit. Nate Hirayama prepares to get the second half underway. His team leading by 17 points to 0. Puts in a high hanging kick and he drops down fortuitously into the hands of a Canadian player, or perhaps not. Miscommunication. But fully foul. But Canada on the front foot, on his shoulder is Nechirayama, running away from his support runners. Pat Kay gathers, waits, and leaves it for John Moonlight. Take that, he says to Kapelin. Welcome to World Sevens. Kay.
Oh, dummy of the day.
My goodness me. But has he got the legs? Has he got the pace? Herman Davidov, he started as the number 13 member of this squad. And again, things not working out for Russia. As Canada recover. Well, that was a clear chance, wasn't it?
You know, at the end of the second day, all of these teams have done some huge defense and back and forth. A run like that, it's almost a minute and 20 of sprinting back and forth, back and forth. I mean, you can almost not blame the guys for slowing down to take on the opposition and try and evade them with some shots, sharp stepping, as opposed to just pure speed.
Yeah, Russia appear to be lacking in fitness this weekend.
Fine. Set.
So Canada make it one or two substitutions here. Kay going to ground. Nechirayama spins out of the tackle. The switch brings in Karsten Leitner. Canada testing the Russian defense.
No white, no white.
Slow ball.
Stand on your feet to play the ball.
Yeah, rugby's a game to be played on your feet.
Oh, absolutely. I was whinging yesterday about the rule of not being able to tackle someone from the ground, but I understand the basics of it now, and it's a law of rugby. Even around that ruck and tackle area, the players that get to their feet the quickest are the most effective.
But you were a wing forward after all, Bob.
Oh, absolutely. But one that avoided most of the rucks and tackles. I can assure you, Win. Spend more time in the back line, actually, getting in the way of the fast guys. But Sevens was a game I really enjoyed because it was that nice combination of the speed, and then you had to have the ability to negotiate the rucks and the tackles. You had to be able to try and steal the ball on the ground, give yourself that advantage.
So Russia still looking for that elusive opening score. 17 points, not too much to make up, but they need to score quickly, and this is one guy that can get you that score. Aku Abu, a newcomer. Now then, Russia at last break the stranglehold through Vladislav Lazarenko. It's tough out there in the sun.
Well, I can tell you it's really, really hot. So these skills being shown by Russia here, absolutely outstanding. And I don't want to generalize, but the Russian players will be used to much colder conditions. My late father spent some time in Moscow, and I got a text message from him once. He said, "How's your day?" It's minus 21 and sunny here. So they won't be used to this 35-degree heat, I can tell you that.
Certainly won't. Carlton Anno was saying earlier on that he'd spoken with the assistant coach of this Russian side, Alexander Yanushkin. It's minus 20 back home at the moment.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So a big difference for them, and hats off to them to be running in a beautiful length of the field try like that.
So that'll give them some encouragement. 17-5 midway through the second half. Dmitry Perov, the captain, off the bench. He's been on the Sevens circuits for some 11 years. He's worn the shirt on and off during that period, and very often takes the captain's armband too, as he has done again this weekend here in Dubai. Hirayama opens the door, and bursting through is Matt Mullins. Mullins stretching his legs, away he goes, and that surely seals it for Canada.
Well, it's a lovely score by Matt Mullins. He hit that gap beautifully. In fact, that's what I think they were trying in that first move of the game when Nechirayama hit the gap. Watch this. He's just got the speed because he's come from depth at pace. It's almost like the momentum of his speed is building up all the way through. Difficult to cut him off. Lovely score from Mullins.
Flag stays down. But Canada take a firm hold of this 13th place match. 22 points to 5. Again, pinpoint accuracy from Nate Hirayama. The Russians felt that perhaps it might not go the full 10 yards, 10 meters. Foot in touch, so they'll take the line out.
Yeah, Adam Zaruba just staying off that one, and it had just gone over the 10-meter line.
Time off, time off.
Yeah, Adam Zaruba scored a very quick try for Canada yesterday against Wales. Some 12-15 seconds on the clock right from the kickoff. Canada claimed the kickoff and away they went, but came unstuck in the end. Okay, and handed to Phil Burner. Oh, good work. Good strength being shown by Burner. Almost breaking through the tackle of Patrice Pecky. Quickly into the hands of Pat Kay.
Tackle, release, red, release.
Held up just outside the Russian 22, but it's there again for John Moonlight, using his shoulder to good effect. So strong is John Moonlight. Nate Hirayama just delays the pass a split second. Zaruba can't get away, but there are men over here. And the last receiver again is Matt Mullins, driving forward for the try line. It's advantage Canada. And do they take full advantage? Not quite. Or has the try been given?
Oh no, it's given. We didn't see there because it had happened around the other side of the ruck, but Pat Kay it was, he reached through and scored that. Horton was on the spot. Look at this. We couldn't see it because there was two players in the way, but he's gone through and his right arm has scored. Lovely play by Pat Kay, and it's a lovely angle there on the replay.
28.
Yeah, good advantage being played by Richard Horton.
Got to take your head off our cameraman and crew, managing to capture every single bit of the sevens over 2 days. It's a long old day out there for them, but quality and attention to detail outstanding. Well done.
Yeah, good work by the cameraman, good work by Canada. It's the first win of the weekend. They've defeated Russia by 27 points to 5.